everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is Pink Plum Bob here and I am bringing you another brand new speed build. And today I am bringing you a beachside family mansion. Now this is a mansion I really enjoyed building. I had a lot of fun doing this. I did have a little bit of builder's block. This is why it took so long to get this one out. I was kept building and building. I couldn't seem to come up with anything that I genuinely liked, and I actually found a picture. I can't remember where I found it now. I found it online somewhere. It might be one of these like online websites where they have lots of different house plans and stuff, and I saw the front of this house and I thought, oh yes, that is exactly what I would like to build. So that got my like creative juices flowing again, and I was back on it again, and I finished this. I'm not sure when I finished it. I think I finished it on the weekend, but I actually haven't managed to do a voiceover yet until literally tonight, because I've been pretty busy all week. But luckily it's all back to normal, and hopefully I can be a little bit more regular. So I apologise for the delay, but at least we are here now and I have something. But sometimes when you are trying to like be creative and think of new things, sometimes you literally just can't think of anything else. And it is hard sometimes, and I'm trying to bring unique stuff to, you know, to the game, and I just wanted to make sure that when I build something, I build it wholeheartedly. I don't want to build something just for the sake of building it because I haven't done it. Like, just for the sake of having like one on every week. I would rather build when I am in the mood, I'm in the zone, and I can give you the best quality stuff. So anyway, back to this build. So the beachside family mansion comes in at a very nice 688,140 simoleons, and this house has got 4 bedrooms and 8 bathrooms. So there's 2 bathrooms for every bedroom. So, and I'm pretty sure that every one of the bedrooms has got an ensuite bathroom as well. So that means there's 4 bathrooms dotted around the house. So there's plenty of places for your Sims to go for a nice wee and a nice poo. So yeah, like I said earlier, I really enjoyed doing this, and I also built this on the 64 by 64 lot in Windenburg. The one on the island, as I thought this suited the style of build better. The location was perfect because the beach was literally just like down the way. Your Sims can get there. So that's the lot I would recommend putting this one on. And this was a no restrictions pack. But I did see somebody talking to me asking, you know, if I download, I think it was my affluent family mansion. If I download this, I don't have all the packs, will everything come into it, blah blah blah. And I said I am thinking about doing a base game only mansion, you know, for everybody who unfortunately can't afford or doesn't have the up-to-date expansions like I do. So I do kind of go a little bit overboard and I just do anything I want willy-nilly, but I am going to take into consideration the people that can't do that. So I think my next build is going to be a base game only, or maybe like a base game with 1 pack, something like that, so at least there is a little bit of variety. But I want to, and plus the fact that it's a challenge for myself, because normally I just kind of go all in, do what I want, don't care. But I think it's not found the people that haven't got those things. So back to this, I went for a white and blue colour scheme. I wanted it to be very beachy, and I wanted it to be kind of like a mix of kind of modern and traditional beachy kind of looks. Literally, I got lots of little ideas from lots of pictures from Pinterest, and these are the websites, and I kind of made a giant hybrid of what I think looks nice. So this is what I ended up doing. And just to go through some of the things that this house features as well, there is a nice hot tub area that I created, which is kind of over like a little pond section. There is an outdoor barbecue area as well. There are 2 swimming pools, and I kind of wanted them to look like they were kind of connected in a way. I don't know if that makes sense, but they were kind of like, the water was kind of shared, so even though there's like a walkway, it's still kind of shared. It's a shared swimming pool, but obviously it doesn't work like that in The Sims, but it doesn't matter. I also do put in one of those like slip and slide things, which I've never actually used in my life. So the one with the shark head I used, which was the I wanted to say outdoor retreat, and it's definitely not that one. It's one of the outdoor ones. The garden stuff packs. I can't remember. Once again, I can't remember the name of the packs because I have a big fat brain fart. There's also something I've done which is different, which I haven't seen before. I kind of started building like a half in, half outdoor like canopy area for the kids, and I made it like a indoor outdoor sand pit area, and I started to furnish it, so on and so forth. And then I thought, do you know what, you know the toddler stuff pack and you get that giant like play area thing, I decided to put that in it instead, and it actually worked out really nicely, and it looks a lot better compared to how I first did it. But you can always delete it and put something, you know, put some of the normal kids stuff there in place if you're not a fan. So that's something different that I did there. There is also a climbing frame, and there's also some planter boxes and a chess table here as well. So this is kind of like all of the outside area. And I also used a lot of blues in the plants, and lots of whites as well. So it's all very kind of matchy, blues, whites, and I kind of didn't have anything too, what's the word now, manicured in terms of the gardening. I wanted it to look a little bit more natural, but there are a few manicured sections with some flower beds and stuff like that. But you'll see that a little bit later on. And I do put some of the nice planters on the front of the windows as well, so it gives it a little bit more life. And I did raise the terrain up a little bit more as well. In terms of the terrain manipulation thing, I'm not 100% a fan of it at the moment. Maybe I'm avoiding it on purpose because I'm quite happy just to build on a flat lot. It doesn't help that the Sims kind of worlds are all very flat, and so when all of a sudden there's like a big hump of land, it can look a little bit strange in my opinion, that is. How all of a sudden, boom, there's just this mountain in the middle of a lot, and it's just like, it doesn't really seem to... if I use terrain manipulation, I kind of do it very slightly. I like only, not very generously. I mean, I know my LA Mega Mansion, I did hike that up, but that was like the biggest lot, and I wanted it to be looking over the whole city. So that's what I did for that. But anyway, in terms of the indoor, so we have a lovely kitchen / dining area. I didn't build a separate dining area for this one this time. I kept it, so it's all kind of very family orientated. It was a bit more comfortable to live in. It's not such an adult kind of house. It's good for everybody. There's something for everybody in this, and I feel like it's a good all-rounder. So I wanted to keep the kitchen and dining area in one place as well. And I actually really like the way the kitchen turned out. There is a gymnasium, there is a laundry room, and something else which I've never seen done before, and I did it in this one. If you have seen it, please let me know. I actually did a cat bedroom. So the pet cat that will be living here has got her own bedroom, and she's got a pink bedroom, and she's got like a pink cat tree, and everything's all pink. So that's something I thought would be a nice little idea if the actual pets had their own bedroom, because some people do have like bedrooms for their animals. Oh, and just looking at the footage where we are now as well, I decided to kind of do like a lovely walkway, and I take the roof off in the end, and I decided to do a lovely walkway and put some of the plants over the top of it, which I think they came with Jungle Adventures. And so it's beautiful when your Sims are walking underneath it and the sun's like coming through the plants, and it does some beautiful like shadowing on the lot, and I thought it was really nice. And I actually did this twice on this lot, so I did it here on this walkway, and I also did it a little bit over one of the swimming pools, so it kind of was like a little shaded area, so maybe your Sims won't get sunburnt as quick. That was the intention there. But pretty much the outside of the house is like, the shape of it is pretty much complete now. It's just more like I was going to say terrain. No, all the plants and stuff like that. So I'm just kind of filling everything out a little bit and making it look pretty. And I know I put a giant tree in front of the door, but I actually think it looks really nice. I deleted it and I thought, no, actually, I like the tree there. So I put the tree there. But here we are. We're on to like the planter boxes section now. I really struggled to figure out what to do with this section because it was so large, and the reference photo that I kind of used, I kind of wanted a big piece of like a big area like that, because there was some of it in the picture, but I didn't know what they put there, so I kind of like I didn't know what to put there, so I put planter boxes in the end. And then here is the like back outdoor area. So here I am putting in a outdoor barbecue area, and the house, like the building on the left hand side, is actually like a party pad. I was going to make it like its own separate little house which just connects to the main house, but in the end I thought, no, I did that in the last one, made it an own separate little house. So this time I made it into like a party house little thing. So that's probably my favourite part of the house, that building right there. At the entire part of the house, that's my favourite part. And once again, I was kind of experimenting, and I made like that little thing where I don't know what to call it, to be honest with you, the little thing where the fountain's underneath. Thought that was pretty. I was going to put some chairs, but it was a bit small, so I thought, oh, I'll just put a pretty fountain. And then I put an outdoor like little games area, and I thought it'd be cool if they could have some drinks and play some darts, and I had that kind of intention in mind. And here is like the top swimming pool, and I really like the way everything, I don't know, this house just seemed to work for me. It just seemed to flow. Once I got the shape of it, everything just kind of came naturally. I mean, there was a few moments where I was like, oh, what do I do? But then I got over the hump and came out on the other side. So here I'm building the other like canopy section, and I think it looks really nice over the swimming pool, to be honest with you. And yeah, so that's that. Anyway, we'll go back to what I was talking about earlier. So there is also an office, a very large office. There is also a second office which I've included, and with this one I included like the skill building items from the Get Famous stuff. So like, you know, that media station, and I added like another computer in there and stuff, and I actually added one of those like walk-in wardrobe things, and lots of other bits and pieces. So it's kind of like a more fun office, something more specified to a specific skill, and I thought that was nice. So I liked adding the two offices. There is a very large living area, and I talked about the separate party house, but inside there you got the bar area, you've got a lovely sitting area with a large television, there's a foosball table, there's darts inside as well as outside. Don't Wake the Llama game, which is upstairs, and there's also a little bathroom so your guests can have nip to the loo if they need to. And also, like I said earlier, all of the bedrooms have got an ensuite bathroom. So the Sims that I had in my living here, so this is the family in mind here. I always seem to have massive families for from my imagination. So we've got the master bedroom with an ensuite. We've got either a teenage or a young adult bedroom, so it could suit either. So it could be like an older son or an older daughter. It's more swayed towards a girl, I would say. Well, I did add like makeup and stuff, so yeah, it's more towards girl, but it's suitable for either a teenager or a young adult, so you've got a choice there. There is also a toddler bedroom, which I actually remembered to make a toddler bedroom this time, because in my affluent family mansion, I put lots of toddler stuff down, and I actually didn't make a toddler bedroom, so well done, Em. So I actually did that this time. And then there is also a child sim, a girl once again. The little boy's a toddler, and then the child sim is a girl. And I love the little girl's room. I actually really enjoyed using the wallpapers and stuff, but you'll see that in a little bit. Also here, this is where the hot tub area is going to be. And what I've done here, I followed it from another Sims YouTuber called Kate Emerald, and she does a lot of tutorials and stuff, and this was actually the bridge tutorial that she did, that I've kind of followed to get this kind of effect. So that's what I did here, and I wanted it to be like its own little natural pond area with a nice hot tub area over the top, and I thought that was really nice. And then what I do in a little bit is I do kind of surround the entire thing with plants, so it's kind of hidden and it looks a little bit more natural as well, but you'll see that shortly. And then just a nice sitting area with some benches and stuff. And here you can see I'm starting to add the landscaping. The landscaping was kind of random. Like whenever I build in sections. So I section off the garden in a certain way, and then I add on to it. It's kind of like a building blocks process. I kind of try and fill every bit of space possible, especially on these 64 by 64 lots. I feel like if there's too much open space, but the problem is I think I overcrowd my gardens, but I like there to be a lot to look at and there to be a lot going on. But sometimes like here, I'm just putting down the flower beds. I just fill it with flower beds because I don't really know what else to put. And that just seems to work, and it just fills it up a little bit, makes it look a little bit more, I don't know, it just keeps it all connected nicely. And here I'm building the indoor-outdoor little kiddie area. So this is how it starts off. And I do put in the sand, which is actually like a carpet or something, which is in like the miscellaneous section in the flooring. Just to do that, add some windows as well, so there's lots of light going on in here. But I felt because it's a kiddie area, it's more sheltered away from the sunshine, and it would be more suitable for kids and toddlers. I know that they can't get sunburnt, but in like in a realistic aspect, I thought it'd be a bit more sheltered, even though I've just realised it probably would act like a greenhouse. So maybe not, but I love the lighting in this, like you can see. And here's that little play area I put, and then here is also the like slip and slide thing with the shark's head, which I've never used. I always seem to think they're quite big, so that's why I've never put them down. But this time I purposely wanted to put one in, and I put like the little sand around it, so it was kind of like match the kiddie area. And then here as well is another sandy area, which is where the climbing frame is. And then all of these empty kind of green areas I do fill up with more plants. So I suspect half of the build's value is from the plants alone, because I do use a lot of plants. Oh, and over there I do put a little water bucket so they can have a little water balloon fight and stuff like that. But that's pretty much it in terms of the garden. So I was really pleased with the way the garden turned out. So I don't know what you guys think, so let me know what you think about the garden. Do I overcrowd the garden too much, or do you like the fact that I do crowd the garden? So yeah, in a minute we are going to be moving on to the interior, and you will see that. And as well with the interior, it kind of all follows on through with the blue and the white theme, so it's all very matchy kind of slight like nautical kind of theme. And I do repeat a lot of the wall decorations in terms of like the boats which go on the wall, and also like the hanging nets which came with cats and dogs. I love those nets. I don't know, it's just like a nice little wall decoration. I really liked it, and I wanted to kind of bring some of those seaside elements inside the house as well as on the outside. And I go for a lot of white floors as well to keep it light and bright, nautical and beachy. Like in terms of if I was going to live in a dream mansion, this would probably be the sort of thing I'd go for. Cozy, beachy, nautical, light and like kind of colourful. So yeah, I really enjoyed building this. This is right at my street. This is something I would like to build again. Maybe I should do one on a smaller scale, a beachy kind of family home or something. But yeah, so I really enjoyed doing this. And also, how's everybody's week been? I hope everybody's had a lovely week. Well, it's been nearly 2 weeks now, so you'll have to let me know what you've been up to. So yesterday I went for a meal with my family, as kind of like a belated Mother's Day for all the mums here in the UK, which our Mother's Day was on the Sunday just gone. Because I know it's different all around the world what Mother's Day the day falls on. So yeah, it was on the Sunday just gone, but I didn't see my mum, so I saw her yesterday and we went for a nice meal, and that was really good. And I stuffed myself up with food, and my jeans were too tight around my belly after I'd eaten all my food, so it was great. So I had a nice chocolate brownie for dessert with some ice cream, so I was pretty pleased with myself. I'm trying to think what else I've been up to. I went shopping on Sunday, went out for breakfast. Just got some bits and pieces. I'm trying to think. You know when life just goes so quickly, and I just forget what I've done half the time, to be honest with you. I'm very forgetful. But I have been meaning to get this up and running for you as soon as possible. But like, this week has just been a busy week, and I've only just managed to sit down and start doing the record, like the voiceover and stuff. But luckily, it's better late than never, and I'm gonna keep like adding as much stuff as I can each week, as often as I can. But like I said, if the creativity isn't flowing, I'm not going to force myself to build something and then just put it on for the sake of doing it. I want to do it when I'm in the zone and I'm kind of, you know, I'm in the mood and I want to bring something new to the table. So yeah, this is the kitchen, and I really actually like the way this turned out. I was unsure about it to begin with. I didn't feel like it was grand enough for the house, but then it's kind of sticking to the kind of theme where it's just like light and fun and beachy, and it turned out I actually really liked this in the end. And I love that I do put a round table in as well, and that's kind of like against the window, and it looks lovely, and it's nice how I like the fact you can kind of see the swimming pool just out of the windows, and you get some good views of the gardens as well. So yeah, I think the kitchen's really nice. It's a little bit understated, it's not extra, it's not over the top, but it's just right, and that's the kind of thing I was going for really. And then here's the round table as well, and I like it kind of in the centre of that little nook there, and it just seems to work really nicely. And I don't put curtains on those windows either side of the room. I didn't think it was necessary. I kind of liked the fact they were open and you could have a good look around. So it's kind of pointless putting the other curtains around, but I wanted to put curtains. So here's like another little hallway area, and there's just some little bits and pieces, just reading stuff and sitting areas and some lamps, just stuff to fill it up. Like I said, all this, like I always say, fill up a space with bookcases, plants and lamps. That's the way I fill up my areas, and lots of mirrors on the wall, so it looks like there's a lot going on when actually there's nothing going on whatsoever, and your Sims will probably just walk past everything. So here is the laundry area, and this wallpaper and tile combo, I think it's tile or is it wood? Anyway, it's white and yellow theme. A lot of the bath, I'll start again because I'm trying to say two things at once. So the wallpaper here I use for a lot of the bathrooms, but I do personalise some of the ensuite bathrooms. There we go. I'm trying to say too much all at once. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting too excited. So that was the laundry room. That's been and gone. We're on to the living room now. So I used that lovely wallpaper and wood combo from, I'm pretty sure that was from Cats and Dogs, and I used the sofas from Seasons, and I thought it was really nice. Now normally I'm really nitpicky with matching stuff, like the fact that the sofas are a light wood and the floor is actually white would normally bug me. I like everything to be that perfect and that matching, but on this occasion I let it slide because it seemed to look a lot better and I couldn't seem to get anything else that would work. So it seemed to work beautifully. Oh, I forgot to mention, yeah, there's a piano and there is a violin and also a guitar, and there is a lot of computers around this place as well. Like there's a lot of computers, so that's probably where a lot of the money has gone into as well. But I love this living room. It's just big, open, bright light, and it's just a lot of fun. This is probably my least favourite room now, the office. It's just pretty bog standard, but the windows, like, there's lots of light coming in and it looks beautiful. Like, you can look out across the gardens, look out into the swimming pool, see what's going on. And I thought it was a lovely location for the office. It just seemed to work nicely. I mean, I could have put a bedroom, but I think there's too many windows for it to be like a bedroom, like a guest bedroom. So the office, I think it worked lovely, and I'm glad in the end that I put the white wood flooring down and just put like a little carpet centerpiece in there. And I do use a lot of the same bookcases, but they're the nicest bookcases in my opinion. I use them a lot. So here's the cat bedroom. I got really excited about this. So the cat's got everything it needs. It's scratching posts, it's got a couple of beds. You can have a couple of cats here, to be honest with you. The little toy box, I don't know if cats can actually use that, but I just put it in just in case. But yeah, I really like the little cat's bedroom. So now we're moving on to the gymnasium, and I really wanted to use this palm print wallpaper for a while, because of the type of build this is, I managed to get away with it, I think. And I've used it twice. I use it in this colour swatch for the gymnasium, and then I also use it in like a different greeny, orangey colour swatch in the party house, and you'll see that in a little bit. But I thought I really wanted to use the palm print wallpaper. I was going to use it in a bedroom, but I just thought no, we'll go a little bit crazy. We'll do it in the gymnasium, because normally I build my gyms really boring with a boring wallpaper and boring floor, and I thought no, we'll go a little bit crazy for this gym. We will put it in the gymnasium. So and here's like this second office, so like the media room. And I just wanted there to be a lot going on for your Sims, so your Sims can do, there's lots of stuff to get on with. I focused a lot on more of the family aspect, but there is a lot to do here. So your Sims shouldn't get too bored too quickly if you're starting with a new family. There's a lot to get on with. But once again, sticking with that blue and white theme. And I like that sized carpet as well. It went really nicely. And then here I put in one of those built-in wardrobes. And then that's about it for this office. It's nothing too crazy, it's nothing too exciting, but it just went really well. I mean, I could have made this a guest bedroom, to be honest with you, but I didn't. So now we're moving on to the little party pad, and this is the wallpaper I was talking about in the different colour swatch, and I thought it was too crazy to use everywhere, so I use it as an accent wallpaper instead. So, and it worked really nicely, and this is my favourite little building. I love this. Like, I would love this in real life. A proper little party, little building thing. And I used, I'm pretty sure that's the cats and dogs bar as well. I wanted, once again, stick with the nautical theme. And those stools from Get Famous went perfect as well. And the curtains, like everything here went perfectly. Like, I couldn't have asked for a more perfectly matched thing. And here I'm putting in some lemons and limes and a chopping board and some knives so they can chop them up for their drinks. That's the idea there. And then once again, matching sofas, matching wood paneling, and I put in a TV as well. I'm pretty sure that's the Get Famous TV, but it's too big in my opinion, so size down just the once is perfect sizing. And then we move on just through the little archway here, and we're into where the foosball table is and the darts. And just some more side tables really, just to kind of fill the room up a little bit. And there's also another built-in wardrobe. I thought maybe some Sims could do a bit of woohooing in there. You know, had a few cocktails and getting a little bit randy. And then here is the upstairs section where I built a little bathroom as well, added that on. And then I also add the Don't Wake the Llama table. And there's also just a lot of sitting areas here, just so it's more of a relax. It's good for parties. So your Sims will be well prepared when it comes to parties, and also a nice fish tank as well, sticking with the nautical seaside theme. And yeah, that's my favourite. This is my favourite little building in the whole house. I love this little building. But originally, like I said, it was going to be its own separate house, and I started to build it and I was a bit like, no thank you. So here is the master bedroom. Now this is actually not that cluttered. Normally, I really do kind of clutter my bedrooms up a lot, but I made this one a lot more open. And frankly, I didn't really know what else to put in here, so I just left it. I thought, I went with the concept that less is more, and yeah, that's pretty much it with this bedroom. Like, I don't put that much stuff in, but I quite like the fact of how big and how open it is. Like, sometimes you don't need a lot of stuff. Maybe this is just the right amount of stuff. They've got everything they need, all the essentials, a nice rug, job done. That's all they need. And just to the top there, you can see the ensuite bathroom, but I don't film any of the bathrooms. Once again, I'm sorry, I don't know if I've mentioned it already. I don't film them because they're boring, and you might see them. I don't really add them in the screenshots either. I do add one screenshot of one of the bathrooms, which is like a generic one, which is for like half of the bathrooms. But the ensuites do get more personalised bathrooms. This is the young adult / teenager's bedroom, and I love this bedroom. I really do. I've used a lot of blues once again, but I just love this bedroom. Like, this is I actually prefer this to the master bedroom. But yeah, I love this bedroom. I think it's lovely. Beautiful colour scheme. I know I'm blowing my own trumpet once again, but I don't know, this house, I just love this house. Like, I really want to play a family in this house. Like, I never play in my own houses. I'm funny about playing on my own stuff that I've built. I never think it's good enough. So yeah. So that's that. And then that's where the little ensuite bathroom is there, that empty room. And it's just a basic blue and white bathroom. It's nothing that exciting. Here is the toddler bedroom, and I use this beautiful bright wallpaper, and I love this wallpaper. Never use it, ever, 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 but I wanted to go for the beachy theme once again, go for the blue and the white, and then I added some more colour in. I matched the wallpaper, and I thought that rug matched perfectly. It kind of was like wavy, and I thought that could be like the waves, but I thought this bedroom was really, really cute. and I'm glad, and everything matched really well. Normally I struggle a little bit with the toddler stuff, but because of the bright colours, everything just worked really nicely. And I was really pleased with the way it turned out. And you can kind of see in the floor, the mirror, just then, I've moved it now. There it is, the little line. Those are the mirrors from downstairs when I raise them up, and I actually do go back down and I lower them a little bit so they're not poking up through the floor there. So that is fixed for when you guys download this and play it. And I have had some good responses on the gallery so far, so I'm pleased. It's not my most like well downloaded one, but the Affluent Family House has overtaken the LA Mega Mansion now, I think. No, which was my other one? There was another family house I did, sorry. Yeah, the Affluent Family Mansion has taken over one of the other mansions in my personal gallery, and I'm really pleased and thankful for everybody that has downloaded it and commented. It does mean a lot to me. Also, if you would like to get this build on your game, you can download it via the Sims 4 gallery, and you can find it under my hashtag EmmaPP, or you can find it under my EA username, which is x-pinkblumbob-x, and then you can find all of my other builds as well, so you can check those out. Pop them down into your little world, have a little play. If you don't like them, that's fair enough. But yeah, if you're interested in downloading it, that's where you can find it, and I will also leave links in the description below. And I also forgot to mention as well, I do add some stuff out on the balcony. I add a bubble blower to one of the balconies, and also for that little girl's bedroom that I did, she's got her own private balcony, and so I put lots of kiddie objects out there, so there's lots of stuff for your kids to get on with. So like I said earlier, there's a lot going on, and I'm actually surprised I've been talking like for half an hour straight now. Like normally I kind of cut my voiceovers into little sections, but I haven't stopped talking, and I haven't had to really take a drink or anything. But hey hum, I'm getting better at this. I'm getting better. Anyway, this is just another sitting area. Nothing exciting, just another thing to fill up the space. So if you've got a large space and you don't know what to do with it, sitting area works every time. Just fills the area up. And to be honest, that's pretty much it. I mean, you'll see me do the balcony in a minute, and the little walkway from the party house to the main house, the upstairs bit. And I just put some benches down and some plants. Here's the little walkway. It's just cute, just somewhere else to sit. They've got a lot of chairs, like you cannot complain at the amount of chairs that's in this place, because there is a lot of chairs. And here's a little bubble blowing machine. It was a bit more of a grown-ups area, I thought maybe. And I don't know, I like these little balconies as well. I like it with the windows in. It's kind of a little bit more protected, a little bit more nice. So yeah, we're pretty much done now, guys. So if you liked it, you know where to get it from. So now we are into the screenshots, and I hope you enjoyed this speed build as much as I did. And if you would like to download it, you know where to go. And I hope you all have a lovely week as well, and hopefully I will see you on a more regular time next week. So see you later, guys.